about 20, I'm going nowhere. AKA MVP on him. Why would I take you up on this trip? You wasn't with me shooting a gym. Opportunity, my hands I can't slip. Keep it wrapped up, lock with the grip. I just came up out the water, I drip. Gotta crawl way before you can swim. Gotta swim way before you can splash. I say before you throw the cat.
It seems like Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler's relationship is over.
If I was playing, Boston would be at home. New York, damn sure would be at home.
Is that Jimmy trolling, or is that Jimmy serious? You know, if you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut.
Seemed like things would work out in Miami, then Pat Riley, being Pat Riley, was trying to keep Jimmy Butler hostage, and you know Jimmy is not going for them games. After Butler made his return from missing games, we could just tell that he was uninterested in being out on the court. From him standing in the corners, barely taking shots, he just doesn't want to be a part of Heat culture no more.
I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here, off the court, but I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
Anywhere but Miami. Sources also say that he does prefer the Suns, Warriors, Rockets, Mavericks as desired destinations.
Butler would find himself suspended 7 games for speaking out.
But Jimmy is slated to return from his suspension for conduct that is detrimental to the team this Friday. That's when Miami is back at home against the Nuggets. Nobody has been more on top of this story than our friend, our senior insider, Shams Charania, who's joining us now. Shams, what can we expect? Because it feels like just about anything when Jimmy Butler returns on Friday.
Malika, the Heat are going to be faced with decisions at the end of this week. We don't know where it's going to go. But do you bring Jimmy Butler back into the fold? Do you find a trade for him? Do you reach some sort of settlement with him to continue to stay away from the team? Because sources told me that Butler told Pat Riley to his face that he wants to be traded, that he will never again sign a contract in Miami, and that if he uses that $52 million player option that he has in the offseason, it would be only as a trade maneuver. And Butler is also expected to meet with Heat owner Mickey Arison later this week. So in the meantime, the Heat are 3-2 so far in their 6-game road trip. They've done it without him so far. And from Eric Spoelstra to Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, around this team, they've spoken about, yes, it's tough being without Jimmy Butler, but they haven't had the distraction, the chaos, quote unquote, and also the clarity that they've had with Jimmy Butler away from the team. And in factions of that locker room, being without Jimmy Butler, it's provided at least you're not dealing with a disgruntled player. So in the next 48 to 72 hours, we're going to see more conversations in Miami to figure out where exactly this is going to go.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's trying to force himself out of Miami by saying that he won't resign. He's told Pat Riley to his face that he wants to be going, and Pat Riley still is not budging. He's standing firm. It comes down to when Butler does return for the Miami Heat, can he even play with this team anymore? Because he's already spoken out and he said that the team isn't that good. They cannot compete to win. He needs more help.
Heat suspended star guard Jimmy Butler for 2 games for a continued pattern of disregard of team rules, according to a statement released by the team. Yesterday, Butler missed the team's flight to Milwaukee.
He tells the team that he's going to fly separately on private charter, and he will join the team in Milwaukee. But before he even got a chance to do so, I'm told the Heat called him and informed him to stay home, that they don't want him there, and they were suspending him for 2 games on this quick 2-game road trip that they have.
Jimmy Butler, if you are watching, you are not helping yourself, my brother. You're not helping yourself. Mark Andrews and the Baltimore Ravens is a different animal. But there's no question that even though it's understandable, it's unprofessional. This is an extra level on top of unprofessional. You got to show up to work in time, and when you don't show up to work, you got to own it. And when you just finished suffering a 7-game suspension, although you might have thought it was not justified, the fact of the matter is that was the decision that the organization has made. You're looking for your bag. There was a 2-year, $113 million extension you didn't get. You're hoping to get at least that from somebody else. How are you going to get that if this is your reputation going out the door?
Even though Jimmy Butler has already said that he doesn't want to be in Miami, he's still a part of the team no matter what. No matter if he gets traded or not, he still has to follow by team rules and team policies. And by him not doing that, it is rightfully so for him getting these suspensions, you can't blame the Heat organization for that.
Hey, the Miami Heat have suspended Jimmy Butler indefinitely. This is his third suspension just this month, delivered by the Miami Heat for essentially conduct detrimental to the team and what the team describes repeated issues and violations of team rules. I'm told here's what happened today. Butler showed up to Heat shoot around and walked out after being informed that he was not going to be in the starting lineup moving forward in place of Haywood Highsmith. And that's tonight's game against Orlando. His 2-game suspension, his most recent suspension, had just ended, but this will now keep him away from the team for at least the next 5 more games before the NBA trade deadline on February 6th.
I'm not gonna lie, this has been a love-hate relationship between Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat and Pat Riley, and now I think it's over. I don't think that we'll ever see Jimmy Butler in the Miami Heat uniform again. Jimmy Butler is basically suspended till the team is ready for him to come back, which I would see never. They suspend this man like 3 times in 1 month. It's crazy. I know the first time he got suspended, it was because of, him publicly saying that he wants out of Miami. He got suspended again, 2 games for missing a team flight. He got suspended again this time. And definitely we might not ever see Jimmy Butler in a Heat jersey ever again. He walked out of shoot around when he was notified that he would not be a Heat starter moving forward. And to me, it's like when you tell a guy of Jimmy Butler's caliber, like he took you to the finals 2 times, he couldn't get it done. It's not his fault. He kind of failed him on not getting him any talent. He said that he wanted some more talent on his team, and the Heat failed him, and he took them to 2 finals, so you can't be mad at Jimmy Butler. When Butler came off his first suspension, first game back at home, I thought that he was just going to go out there just playing horrible on person to, set standards like, oh yeah, I already said I'm not comfortable here. I want out, trade me now. That's how I'm going to play. And he actually went out there and he played professional. So I don't see what the problem is. To me, the Miami Heat are being petty, and Jimmy Butler is being petty as well. He wore Phoenix Suns colorway shoes in the game, and that's being petty. I can't even lie, I don't know why Miami even let him play in the first place, knowing that he didn't want to be there. And it was kind of weird, but because it's like you've already told your team, you've already told the owners, you already told everybody publicly that you don't want to be in Miami, that the team is not good enough. How can you even come back and play with your teammates again? I don't understand that. Everybody else is like hating on Jimmy Butler, but I can't hate on the man because, even though he's in a situation where he doesn't want to be right now, he's still being professional. And to me, he was handling himself well. I mean, if the front office wants to hold you hostage, what can you do? But let it be known that you want out. Now we know that the relationship is officially over with Butler and the Heat. What do you think that he'll be traded to? We know that he wants to be in Phoenix, but with all this going on, will Pat Riley really send him where he wants to go? Will Pat Riley be petty and send him to the worst team, the Washington Wizards? Or will Butler get his wish? Comment down and let me know. With this Jimmy Butler situation, it also gets tricky too when it comes down to trade, because you got to remember that no matter wherever he lands at, if he's not filling that team, he can walk in free agency regardless. So that's the thing that teams are going to be prepared for. And they're like, do I want to give up assets for a guy that could just leave us?